Hello and welcome to this video looking at the walking talking mock for compare questions. We're looking at the last question in the pack of questions, question 9. Let's have a look at how you got on with this. So first thing we should do is cub the question. So let's read it. So hydrogen has many isotopes. That's going to be a key, probably a key term. We'll actually come back to that. Two of the most common ones, deuterium and tritium, are shown below. Okay, here, so and hydrogen. Compare the structure of hydrogen, deuterium, and tritium. Tritium or tritium. So compare the structure. So how is it built? Okay, how is it formed, and what does it look like? Of hydrogen, deuterium, and tritium, and it's worth 4 marks. Okay, so we're basically comparing these these 3 pictures with each other for 4 marks. So let's see how we get on with those. So, first thing we should do is we've circled, we've underlined, and we've got to do the bullet points. Let's add the bullet points first. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's worth 4 marks, so 4 bullet points. What do we know about these? So let's have a look at the pictures. What things can we compare? We can compare this here, the number at the top is the atomic mass. Atomic mass. This is the proton number. So we can compare the electrons. We can compare the number of protons. We can compare the neutrons. Okay, what else can we compare? We could compare the size or the mass, which is actually just these two combined. Okay, so there's 4 things there we could compare. So let's have a go. So the first one, so I'm actually going to do the protons first. I know I wrote electrons and protons, because protons, the reason that these are all versions, so isotopes are just different versions. The reason these are all versions of hydrogen is because they all have 1 proton. If any of them had 2 protons, then they would be helium. 3 protons, lithium. The top number is irrelevant. It just tells us, gives us information about how many neutrons there are as well. But the bottom number tells us the number of protons, and it's that determines what the element is actually called. So all have 1 proton. Okay, so that is a statement that talks about all 3. I haven't named them individually, but I don't necessarily need to, because the fact I've spoken on all of them. So I could then talk about the number of electrons. So all have 1 proton. All have 1 electron, because all the atoms have to be neutral, so they have to have the same number of protons as electrons. I'm then going to talk about neutrons. So has no neutrons. 2, 1H has 1 neutron. Has 2 neutrons. Okay, so I'm going to compare how many neutrons they've got. Last thing I could do here for the 4th mark is I'm going to compare the size and the mass. So this one is smallest atom, and that would be enough. Okay, I could say which one's smallest, and I could say that actually this one is biggest atom. Okay, and that's fine. That's an easy 4 marks there as well, just to pick up. Okay, hope that's useful. Take care. Speak soon.